Hi everyone, quick vlog in response to these Panama Papers. And the way I see it, these papers that have been released are almost like a pressure release, a pressure valve release from those that wish to control us. They know basically that there is a lot of frustration within the public, not only in the UK but around the world. People are starting to see the corruption, and I feel they've leaked these or so-called leaked these papers, which is actually funded by George Soros and whatever else, to basically let the pressure out, so people can sort of go, see, I told you so, there's all this corruption, and then it'll all die down, and they'll reshuffle the packs a little bit maybe, and maybe replace a puppet here and there, and what will the end result be? We'll end up getting fucked over again. So that's how I see this whole leak, and I really want to talk about, there is a lot of calling for David Cameron to resign and all this stuff. I think we should be taking it one step further. I don't think, the whole idea of government, being governed over. We were born sovereign beings. We weren't supposed to ever be ruled over by anyone. This whole idea of statism has to go. So it's not just a case of Cameron going, it's the whole idea of the state going. We can't trust these people. We know time and time again that one puppet goes out, another one comes in, and it's bullshit. When are we going to start waking up to the idea, or to the whole pantomime that government is? It absolutely shocks me to my core how people, even within the so-called truth movement, are, got their flags out for Corbyn or Bernie Saunders, or, these people, they're just like, they're like cancer light. It's like choosing a different form of cancer. Yes, they'll say the odd good thing here and there. They've got to, because how else are they going to keep you hooked into the whole pantomime? We need to wake up and realise that you don't get to be leader of the Labour Party, the Conservative Party, or any of these parties in America as well. The absolute people going mental over feel the burn. Yeah, feel the burn. You know why they say feel the burn? It's because you keep putting your finger in the fire, you're going to get burned. That's the burn that you're going to be feeling. These people do not represent them. None of them do. You name me a time when government has ever actually served the people. It serves itself, it serves its own agenda. It's the people behind the politicians pulling all the strings, the bankers, the corporations, the Illuminati, the dark occultists. People say it time and time again. It matters not who you vote for, the agenda stays the same. So many people have said this, yeah? But people don't seem to get it. That's why nothing ever changes, whoever you vote for. They give you a whole load of that, say change, 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 change. Repeat that word time and time again, because repetition is a form of hypnosis. That sticks in your mind. And what happens when you tick that box? The next government comes in, you get fucked over again. So what I'm saying to everyone is, let's fuck off this whole idea of let's get rid of Cameron. This whole massive, hoo-ha going on about it. It's like, what good is that going to do? Puppet in, puppet out. Puppet in, puppet out. No, one step further. The whole idea of the state has got to go. And, we are more than capable as human beings to build a few roads. There's 65 million people in the UK. I'm sure we can get our heads together and build a few roads, if that's what people are worried about. Because the other option, and people say, well, yeah, there's going to be mayhem, there's going to be, there's going to be chaos. Well, there's already chaos. And I'd rather have a bit of chaos for a while than being ruled over by a group of paedophile child abusers who pay no taxes, who bark orders from their ivory towers and expect us to behave ourselves when they don't even play the game themselves. And why aren't people getting this? You know, it's clear as day they don't represent us. So, no, let's not get rid of Cameron. Let's get rid of the whole fucking lot of them. Anything less than the whole idea of the state going is a half measure. Absolute half measure. You know, these people are criminals, they're psychopaths, and we know what they're doing. We know what they want to do. The whole Agenda 21, the New World Order, you know, we have to start saying no to them. We have to start being brave, non-conforming at every single turn. I know it's difficult for people. I know it's not as easy for everyone just to stop paying taxes or anything like that. But we need to start moving in that direction. Because the longer we keep on saying yes and acquiescing with their bullshit, the longer we are going to exist in a condition of slavery, okay? And the longer we rely on the nanny state to wipe our asses, we're going to get what we deserve. So what I'm saying is we need to stop playing their game. You know, we don't have to be violent about it. Peaceful, non-conforming. You know, stop paying your TV licenses. BBC, we should have stopped paying them as soon as this whole Jimmy Savile stuff came out. You know, I can't believe people are still paying that. You know, we need to start being brave, and good people, I can't remember who said it, I think it was Martin Luther King. Good people disobey immoral laws. And we need a mass disobedience going on. Because that's the only, as soon as we say no, and we're not acquiescing, we're not playing your silly games anymore, we're not involving ourselves with the pantomime at all, then they have no power. We have the numbers. Again, so many people have said this. You know, what's it? Less than 1% of these people that are doing this to us. And there's 7 billion people on the planet, 65 million people in the UK. And they get away with it because we're too scared. We're too scared to say no to them. We're living in fear. We have to move away from fear. Because if we all stand together and we all say no as one unit, then we can get through this. But it's going to take courage, and it's going to take us all saying no. So I'm appealing to people, no, not to get rid of Cameron. We need to change our mindset and get rid of the whole idea of statism, needing leaders. The only laws we need to follow is natural law. Do no harm, cause no loss to others, and live in truth and expose tyranny. That's all we need to do. All these other laws, written on paper by men in suits, are man-made laws. None of these laws were granted to us, were given to us when we were created by the universe. That's the only law we have to follow. Everything else is debunk. And we need to disobey these bullshit laws that they're barking from their ivory towers. Because, you know, that's the only way we're going to get through this. You know, I don't want to see people on the streets and riots and people getting injured and killed. It doesn't have to be like that. We just have to start saying no en masse, stick together, help each other through. There's so many of us now that are becoming aware, and I see fantastic people doing amazing things, you know, where people are turning up at you know, evictions and stuff like that. This is the sort of thing we need to do. This is the sort of community spirit that we need, guys. And if we can get there, it's going to be a beautiful thing, because if we all stand together and say no to their bullshit and grow up, it's about growing up. We're here to evolve, you know, and the state is holding us back from our evolution. We need to learn hard lessons, and that's what we've gone through. And now it's time to stand on our own 2 feet, because as long as we'll have government and so-called leaders, we're going to be enslaved. So I'm just saying to everyone, let's change our mindsets. It starts in the mind first of all. We're under mind control. We're still under mind control, whereby we think that we need government. You know, we don't. We're amazing creative beings. We've just forgotten it. You know, we can create paradise if we start living in harmony with natural law, and we start helping each other and seeing each other through. I see it here where I am here. You know, how people stick together and they help each other. You know, these people were completely, 1 in 4 Cambodians were killed by the Khmer Rouge, which was supported by Maggie Thatcher. And, you know, they stick together, they help each other out. They don't have much, but they've got that community spirit. And, you know, I honestly believe that we can do it. But I'm concerned with so many people still looking for their next leader. Be your own leader. Don't need other leaders outside yourself. You're a sovereign being. Realise it, know it, live it from the bottom of your heart. You know, you are a sovereign being from the grace of the universe as soon as you're born. And that's the kind of mindset we need, empowering mindset. These people are, you know, they're holding us back. We don't need them anymore. So I just want to say that, guys. I hope everyone has a great week. I'll catch you soon. Bye.